What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, gamers are under attack again. Shocking. And can you guess? Oh, well, I guess you can't. You don't need to guess. But look, it looks exactly like all the other people attacking us lately. And yes, here we go. Cornerstone Interactive Studio CEO Lizette, hyphenated last name Montgomery, claims gaming executives surrendered the video game industry to angry, racist, and sexist. We would be, of course, those angry racists and sexists. And if you've ever spent time inside of a Call of Duty or Modern Warfare or any of those party chats, you would know that, yeah, of course, we're angry racists and sexists, but we're the fun type. We're the classical type, the ones that we make fun of maybe stereotypes and the racial jokes that we all share and joke on our own groups. But no. This is an attack, a horse of a different color, so to speak, one that they would not want in their DEI mandates. Cornerstone Interactive Studios CEO Lizette, hyphenated last name Montgomery, declared that video game executives have surrendered the video game industry to angry racists and sexists. I'll try. Titri is what I want to say, but Titre Montgomery, who, according to her LinkedIn profile, began working in the video game industry in 2005 at EA and has worked at Backbone Entertainment, Ubisoft, and Double Fine Productions, took to X, where she wrote, "Numbers don't lie. Wokeism is just sparkling profits." What wokeism has cratered almost every game it's had anything significant to do with. Same thing with the movies. The Psychonauts 2 art director added, BioWare spineless gaming executives, we are coming for that money you left on the table, surrendering your communities to angry racists and sexists. Their position is in your soil and you will never get it out. I think they meant soul. Time for a new era of gaming. How's that Suicide Squad Kill a Justice League working out for you? How's Validate? Are we all talking about Validate? Yeah. So that's some cope there. Her comments came in reaction to a post from Khalif Adams, the founder of podcast Spawn on Me with Khalif Adams. Adams cites a Newzoo survey he claimed he worked on while he was at Intel around 2020. As Adams notes in his post, the sample size for the survey is kind of small. In fact, according to the survey, only 1,824 individuals participated, and it notes that they were recruited. With what incentives, I wonder? It also notes all the individuals are located in the United States, and they are between the ages of 10 and 65. The survey then notes they applied this ridiculously small sample to what they believe was going to be 2.7 billion gamers in 2021. Yeah, the things they keep pushing, how many times do we need to point this out? From games to movies to all of it. Don't want it. It's a niche thing. Chris Gore tried to say this. Like movie like Bros, for example, that's never going to be mainstream. I'm sorry. That's something that could go at con and have your couple couple million people watch it, but it's never going to be the mainstream hangover type movie you wanted. Just like these games are never going to be the mainstream they want. The more they subvert them and the more the word is out on what they do, we see they fail. And then these gaming studios can't tank those losses. They can't tank a loss like a movie company can. On top of all of this, Intel's gaming and esports general manager, Marcus Kennedy, appears to indicate that the entire survey was conducted in order to push a diversity inclusion agenda in gaming. He writes in the introduction, the common misconception that all gamers are young white males could not be further from the truth. Practically everybody engages with games in some way, shape, or form. As gaming continues to grow in popularity, so does its ability to connect people across geographies, generations, and more. Yeah, all true. And while white male gamers, are a large majority, we're not the largest majority, as also pointed out, Asian gamers, and however you want to classify from the entire continent, Oriental primarily, yes, is how it would probably be. But they're one of the larger populations of gamers. And of course, they're classified as white by these DEI inclusion standards. Sorry. Kennedy continues, however, there are many challenges to overcome when it comes to representation and diversity in gaming. Intel is constantly looking at how to best serve the gaming community. We know that there are huge visibility, technologically and accessibility gaps impacted marginalized and underrepresented, boy, that word, underrepresented communities. Furthermore, he seemingly reveals the entire survey was conducted to address this. In order to address in real, impactful, and sustainable way, there's that word again, sustainable ways, Intel collaborated with Newzoo to gather relevant and actionable data. He concludes his introduction writing, diversity and inclusion efforts are a top priority for Intel, and this report is representative of Intel's desire to better understand its diverse global customer base. As part of that continued commitment, Intel is taking key learnings from this report and shaping current internal and external programs to better serve gamers from all backgrounds and walks of life, of which, look, I'll give them credit for some of the maybe accessibility functions of the quick look. Yeah, I also am from the old school hardcore ways, but there are many people with physical disabilities, either from war or born or natural, whatever, that can't do certain things. And yeah, I support them getting all of those little changes. But all this extra shit and all this dumb thing about, oh, we're going to make it for everyone, it was already available to everyone. I've already seen gamers with a nubbin sitting there owning on everyone. All right. Where there's a will, there's a way. And so, yes, everything that gets gamers into gaming is good, but they make it seem like it's because we somehow are keeping them out. It's the same dumb thing they did with the movies and comics and things and all the gates where they acted like we were. Of course, now we are. We let everyone in and they destroyed it. So now we are going to be what they accuse us of. But before, no, it was very open. Everyone's in. Of course, we're not gating against anyone with some sort of body problem. That's would be the best thing to come from these little things. But right here, that part about serving gamers from all backgrounds and walks of life, they don't mean that charitable way that I just meant it, of maybe helping people play, or if you're colorblind, having settings. No, they mean that as like, no, well, you weren't able to be served before because of the racism and all the patriarchy. But now that we're here, we're going to make sure you're able to do it. With Saga Anderson as 50% of the player the whole time in this. Rest in peace, Alan Wake 2. It seems apparent that this survey is not actually done to show any kind of real data, but rather an attempt to shape a narrative around gamers, which is what all this is, to continuously shape us as the racist, sexist, blah, blah, blah. The same things we've been called since we didn't like Rey in Rey in Force Awakens, rather. As novelist and pop culture analyst Brian Niemer noted in a recent blog post, polls now exist more to shape behavior than to quantify it. Yeah. Nevertheless, as for the survey's findings, it claims that half of U.S. gamers claim not to play the games they felt are not made for them, which would be a larger and larger mark by for sure. Video games with more diverse characters naturally appeal to a broader group of gamers and tend to increase gaming genre or franchise popularity across a wider audience. Yeah, because they're going to bring up here Saints Row, which no one went to. So yeah, it really just, if you're marketing it to the wrong people, you're marketing it to the wrong people. And I just want to say, obviously, I wouldn't play this for free. This is that Saints Row by Volition that went out of business, by the way, because obviously they don't know how to write humor. Again, I'm sure you're tired of hearing about it, but it's worth it. It's worth the hype. Look at Helldivers. Solid gameplay loop. Solid company, not putting in inclusion and DEI of any kind. The only inclusion it has is freedom and democracy and the obvious satire that it's pointing out. So there's your politics if you need that sort of thing. And yeah, I don't know. Continue to do it. Congratulations. Paint us all in one brush as angry, sexist, and racist. Yeah, it fits a little bit, but not in the bad way you mean it. We mean it in the fun way of yeah. Come on, laugh about it, Big Mama House. All right. Thank you. If you've made it this far. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.